Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of CANrace. I'm your host Bryce Turner. This weekend, the NASCAR Pinty Series heads to Circuit ICAR, a road course on the runways of an old airport outside Montreal. This is for round 4 of the season, and there will be some changes from previous years. Here's a look at the schedule, and as you can see, everything is being run on one day. Practice will take place Saturday from 11:15 to 12:15. Group qualifying taking place at 3:30 and the race itself at 7 o'clock. It's the Echo Unlimited 75. Now, in order for this to be a one-day event, there will be a change to the track layout. Typically, road course events are run over 2 days, and that's been the case with ICAR as well. But instead this year they will be running a short course to allow for lighting so they can run the race in the evening and have everything again taking place in only one day. Now, the previous track layout was 2.11 miles. The new short course layout, 0.68 miles. So the track layout they'll be running on Saturday will be about a third the size of the previous layout. So that will be interesting to watch, and certainly a couple big changes there for this weekend. But someone who probably won't mind the changes will be Andrew Ranger, a driver who's experienced lots of success at this track. Here you can see, you can even put his name into the track's name. You can see what we did there. And he has 4 wins in 6 Pinty Series races at ICAR, and that's a winning percentage of 66.7. He has 5 top 5s, 2 poles, and has completed every single lap. And speaking about Ranger, we asked him and a few other drivers what they think of this change to a one-day event. What do you think of Circuit ICAR switching to a one-day schedule?
It's different. It's something that it'll be a challenge for all of us because it's a new track. So, I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun, and it could be a big day for us, I think. I think it's good, but they will change the track too. So they change the track. It's got to be really a good show, I think. We do a lot of more lap, actually. But for one day, I think it's exciting. It's a new thing they try, and I think it's got to be during the night too, so it's got to be different. I think it's a good idea. They needed to make something happen there because the days were quite long for fans. Not many cars running on a track. And also the track is very big, so the fans cannot see everywhere. So I think now doing everything same day, more action, and a shorter track, it's gonna be better for the fans. So that's what we want, and so I think it's gonna be a positive.
It should be interesting. It's going to be crammed into one day. Typically we do 2 days on the road courses, and I hear also they're going to be changing the configuration of the track this year. So it could throw a wrench into everybody's plans for going back for setup and stuff like that. But we'll see how it goes. Should be good. And I know it's going to be later in the day, and they're trying to do something new, so it should be interesting to see how it goes.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, it's gonna be the first and the only road course we're doing it on a one-day show. And then they changed the track layout pretty much too, so it's gonna be pretty different this year. I mean, I'm not really happy with it because I mean we had a really good car there last year on the other layout, but we're probably gonna figure it out this year too and have a pretty good car there.
How will it affect your approach to the race?
I don't think it'll really change much. I'll just go in and do the same, save the tires, save the brakes, and just try and be at the end and be able to contend for to finish up front. I think it's the same thing for everybody. I know it's a really small track. It's got to be technical. A lot of guys from Quebec want to win there, so you know what? It's do what I used to do, like just pushing. So doesn't affect anything really. We're confident on the car. Where before most sport we didn't do testing at all, so did only 5 lap practice 2 weeks before the race, and we arrived with P1 in qualifying and in the race. So every time we go out for road courses, I think the car is pretty much set, so we don't need much track time and don't need to work on the car a lot. So being able to do it everything in the same day, I think it's an advantage for us because other drivers that need to maybe make some more work on the car, they will have less time. So I think it's an advantage for us.
I think we have to go there basically set up the way you're going to race. So we're going to try and go there set up the way that we need to be so we don't have to do any major adjustments at the track. So focus on our setup at the shop before we get to the track will be the main thing that we're going to focus on.
The approach is going to change a lot because I mean usually we go there and there's not a lot of cautions because the track is really big and there's a lot of areas where the cars can skate off the track, but now it's going to be a way shorter track, a way tighter track with walls all the way around. So we're going to have to expect a lot more cautions and a lot more tight racing there.
Check back with our social media channels on Saturday for coverage of the event. And we end off this week's show with some sad news relating to a past Pinty Series driver. Mel Shaw competed in the 2016 opener at Canadian Tire Motorsport Park, driving the number 87 car for CBRT, where he finished 24th after completing only 30 laps. Shaw was a regular in the Trans Am Sports Car Series south of the border and was competing in an SCCA event at Brainerd International Raceway in Minnesota this past weekend, where he was involved in a crash that claimed his life. He was 70 years old.